mother and I were married 52 years. Nobody died. You were married, what, 2 years? Somebody's dead.
Welcome to Miss Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 funniest rom-coms of all time.
I want the woman to love me for who I am, not because of what I am.
Do you like cheese?
Well, why, yes, I do. My favorite's Gouda.
Oh, you are already falling in love with me.
I'm gonna make you wish you were dead.
For this list, we'll be looking at the romantic comedies that are heavy on the com as well as the rom. Did your favourite make the list? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, When Harry Met Sally.
You realize, of course, that we could never be friends.
Why not?
What I'm saying is, and this is not a come on in any way, shape, or form, is that men and women can't be friends because the sex part always gets in the way.
When Harry Met Sally is considered to be one of the greatest romantic comedies of all time, popularising the genre after it was released in 1989. It is, of course, known for the famous scene that takes place in Katz's Deli, where Sally delivers a very enthusiastic performance to prove a point.
Oh God. Oh.
I'll have what she's having.
While Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan are both excellent in their leading roles, Carrie Fisher adds great comic relief as Sally's best friend Marie. The film is also peppered with interviews of elderly couples telling their love stories, each of which is funnier than the last.
What did I say?
You said, what are you doing after?
Right. So I ditched Roberta, we go for coffee, a month later we're married.
35 years today after our first marriage.
Number 9, Just Friends. In romantic comedies and teen movies, it's typically the girls who have the dramatic makeover, but that trope gets gender swapped in Just Friends. In this story, Ryan Reynolds stars as Chris, a guy who was overweight and nerdy in high school. When he comes back to his hometown as an adult, however, he's become both successful and incredibly good-looking.
You look so great. Look at this body. You're like a new man.
So naturally, he sets out to win the girl of his teenage dreams. This movie is full of over-the-top gags and laugh-out-loud moments.
Wow, you don't see that every day.
At its heart, it also features a sweet love story between two former besties who finally managed to make it work after years apart.
And I want to tell you how beautiful I think you are, inside and out. And I want to have babies with you, and I want to marry you, and I love you. Jamie, I always have.
Number 8, Moonstruck. Today, it's kind of hard to picture Nicolas Cage as the star of a romantic comedy, and perhaps equally hard to imagine Cher starring opposite him.
Bring me the big knife.
No, Ronnie.
Bring me the big knife. I'm gonna cut my throat.
Maybe I should come back another time.
But that's exactly the unlikely combination that 1987's Moonstruck gave us. Cher even won an Oscar for the role.
I'm in love with you.
Snap out of it.
The movie is something of a cult favourite because of the way it balances offbeat comedy and an engaging story that takes us into the world of a group of quirky Italian Americans living in Brooklyn.
He got hit by a bus.
No, bad luck. Your mother and I were married 52 years. Nobody died. You were married, what, 2 years? Somebody's dead. Don't get married again, Loretta.
Rom-coms aren't known for being hits with the critics, but this one holds a Rotten Tomatoes score of 94%. Number 7, Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Technically, Forgetting Sarah Marshall is more of a breakup movie than a traditional rom-com, but don't worry, it totally has a happy ending. In fact, if you're going through a breakup yourself and need a good laugh, this movie might be the perfect thing to cure your heartbreak.
Peter, you suck. Peter, you suck. Peter, you don't do anything of value.
Jason Segel plays a guy who has just been dumped and has to contend with the fact that his ex is now dating a famous rock star. Things only get worse for him when he heads to Hawaii to take a vacation and learns that both his ex and her new boo are at the same resort.
She's here with some guy already. Kind of messed up.
Right?
While getting over a broken heart is usually more devastating than comedic, this movie is able to poke fun at all of the awful things that happen to Segel's character, making us able to laugh at our own breakups too.
Maybe it's good we got hurt like that, you know? I don't know about you, but it makes me feel like impervious to pain.
Yeah. Kind of like there's nothing left to be afraid of.
Number 6, My Best Friend's Wedding. My Best Friend's Wedding is a unique romantic comedy in that, spoiler alert, it doesn't have a happy ending.
The misery, the exquisite tragedy, the Susan Hayward of it all.
The plot revolves around Jules, played by Julia Roberts, a woman who suddenly realises she's totally in love with her longtime best friend. Unfortunately, this revelation comes just before he's about to get married.
I realize this comes at a very inopportune time, but I really have this gigantic favor to ask of you. Choose me. Marry me. Let me make you happy.
This is a movie that's much more about the journey that the protagonist goes through than it is about a fairy tale happily ever after. Along the way, she makes plenty of mistakes, and each one creates increasingly funny scenarios as the plot moves along.
I think I'm gonna cry. Me too.
Number 5, Coming to America. The plot of Coming to America is funny from the start. Eddie Murphy plays a spoiled prince of the fictional African nation of Zamunda, who isn't super enthusiastic about his family's attempts to set him up in an arranged marriage.
I want the woman to love me for who I am, not because of what I am.
And who are you?
I am a man who has never tied his own shoes before.
Wrong. You are a prince who has never tied his shoes.
Instead, he decides to head to the United States to find an independent wife on his own. It's a classic fish out of water story that involves Murphy's character, Akeem Joffa, learning a lot of hilarious lessons as he contends with American culture.
America is great indeed. Imagine a country so free, one can throw glass on the streets.
Fans of the original movie were thrilled when a sequel, Coming to America, was released in March of 2021.
We are going back to America. Oh, hell no, Your Majesty.
Number 4, The Wedding Singer. This movie is universally beloved, and it is considered more of a classic comedy than a romance by most viewers, despite the fact that there's a love story at its core. In a way, The Wedding Singer is a traditional Adam Sandler movie, with the actor playing another variation of his signature goofy character.
Do you have any experience?
No, sir, I have no experience, but I'm a big fan of money. I like it. I use it.
In this iteration, he's playing Robbie, a wedding singer who's engaged to the wrong woman and eventually falls for a waitress, played by Drew Barrymore.
I could be the man who grows old with you. I wanna grow with you.
The film balances a sweet romance with some laugh-out-loud moments, making it a great date movie.
My lie guy is Glenn. They're on this plane.
No way!
You guys gotta help me.
Right! Yeah!
Sandler and Barrymore do it again in 50 First Dates. Number 3, The Proposal. Starring Ryan Reynolds and Sandra Bullock, The Proposal tells the story of Margaret, a woman who basically forces her assistant Andrew to get engaged to her so she can avoid being deported.
I'm not gonna marry you.
Sure you are. Because if you don't marry me, your dreams of touching the lives of millions with the written word are dead.
In order to sell the story to the immigration authorities, she ends up accompanying him on a trip to visit his family in Alaska. This city girl is totally out of place in the more natural setting, and has a hard time letting loose with Andrew's laid-back relatives.
I'm not getting on that boat.
You don't have to. See you in a few days.
You know I can't swim.
Hence the boat.
One of the film's highlights has to be Betty White playing Andrew's grandmother, a sweet-looking yet foul-mouthed lady who, in one memorably hilarious scene, has Bullock's character perform a ritualistic dance with her.
Let me see you get low. You scared. Drop your ass to the floor. You scared. Let me see you get low. You scared. Drop your ass to the floor. You scared.
Number 2, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. This movie features a love story that develops from a series of lies, which makes it amusing to watch even though it's not the healthiest start to a relationship. Kate Hudson plays a magazine writer who has to produce a piece about all of the terrible mistakes that women make in relationships that drive men away.
It will be sort of a dating how-to in reverse.
What not to do.
Yeah.
How to lose a guy in 10 days.
Matthew McConaughey is a PR chief who sets out to prove that he can make a woman fall in love with him in a matter of days. While he's trying to attract her, she's trying to repel him.
Oh, you are already falling in love with me.
I'm gonna make you wish you were dead.
the dynamic only gets funnier as the movie progresses, and she tries more and more outlandish ways to show the clingy and over-the-top ways some people behave in relationships.
I love Fern! It's dead!
No, honey, it's just sleeping.
You let it die!
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honourable mentions. Isn't It Romantic? This wacky rom-com involves a character falling into an alternate universe.
Natalie, I love...
Wait. Hold that thought. Don't say another word. Just get back into bed. I don't think we actually did anything. It just cut to the next morning.
What?
Just get back here.
Okay.
27 Dresses. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Or is she?
My God, what the hell is that?
Theme wedding.
What was the theme? Humiliation?
Crazy Stupid Love. This film has a cast full of comedic heavyweights.
This is Jacob, my boyfriend.
No, it's not.
I was bringing him over to meet Mom.
No.
I want to see the boyfriend, please.
4 Weddings and a Funeral. Hugh Grant shines in this classic 90s rom-com.
Well, I seem to be stuck in the wedding from hell. Ghosts of girlfriends past and of return. Next thing you know, I'll bump into Henrietta and the horror will be complete.
Hello, Charles.
Hello, Hen, how are you?
She's the Man. This Shakespearean redux is one for the books.
Do you like cheese?
Well, why, yes, I do. My favorite's Gouda.
Oh, I like Gouda too.
See?
See what?
We're flowing.
We're talking about cheese.
So what? Flow is flow.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. My Big Fat Greek Wedding. My Big Fat Greek Wedding focuses on Tula, a shy and introverted Greek woman living in Chicago who has always done what's expected of her, until she falls for a non-Greek guy.
He doesn't eat meat.
You don't eat no meat?
No, he doesn't eat meat.
What do you mean he don't eat no meat? Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I make lamb.
This is one of those delightful movies that's oh so comforting to watch, because nothing really bad happens. Sure, Ian has a bit of a tough time getting used to Tula's zany family, but the conflict is pretty minimal.
Come on, lighten up. Lighten up. I'll lighten you. I'll lighten you when I take out your kidneys.
Oh, hey.
One more time, Ian. Hey, Angelo.
Hey, Ian, we're gonna kill ya.
What carries the movie is the utterly charming cast of characters who make us laugh all the way through, whether they're curing everything with Windex or getting personal with the in-laws.
Inside the lump, he found teeth and a spinal column. Yes, inside the lump was my twin.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Ms. Mojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.